Welcome to our channel, English Impression, where your journey begins not with grammar, but with grace. Here, English is more than a language. It's a way back to yourself. Every word we share is a whisper to your weary heart. Every pause is a breath your mind forgot it needed. If you're tired, lost, or simply longing to feel again, let this be your gentle return. You're not just learning how to speak, you're learning how to live with calm, with courage, and with meaning. Is your mind running, but you're not really listening? Every day your mind is running, thinking, planning, worrying, solving problems, meeting expectations. But how often do you actually stop and ask yourself, how is my mind really? Not just what you've achieved or what still needs to be done, but how you're truly feeling inside. We often talk about physical health, career goals, and relationships, yet we rarely pay attention to the one thing that quietly controls it all, our mind. No matter how strong or successful you are, if your mind is tired, motivation fades, joy disappears, and focus weakens. Life begins to feel heavy, even when everything looks fine on the surface. This video is not just about motivation. It's a gentle reminder to come back to yourself, to refresh your mind, find calm in the chaos, and breathe again, not just with your lungs, but with your soul. If you have been feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally numb, this message is for you. So take a deep breath, slow down, and give your mind this one precious gift, your full presence. Let these words meet you where you are, hold your hand, and remind you that it's okay to pause, to rest, and to begin again. Healing your mind doesn't come through force. It begins with awareness, softness, and truth. Let's begin this journey together. Why does your mind feel so tired? Here's the truth. Have you ever felt like your mind is running a marathon without a break, with a storm of thoughts swirling inside your head, leaving you drained and unable to focus? You're not alone. Everyone experiences moments when their mind feels overwhelmed and exhausted. Think about a night when you couldn't sleep because your mind was full of worries, maybe about work, school, or personal problems. The next day, how sharp was your focus? Could you give your best? Most of us know that tired, foggy feeling very well. Now, here's a question for you. When was the last time you gave your mind a real break? Not just scrolling through your phone for a few minutes, but a deep, peaceful pause from all the noise? The reason your mind feels tired is simple. Your brain works like your body. Imagine running non-stop without resting. Eventually, your legs would give out. The same happens to your mind when you keep pushing it without rest. The good news? You don't have to wait for a vacation or a special day to refresh your mind. You can start now. Refreshing your mind means more than just resting. It means clearing out the clutter of stressful thoughts and inviting calmness and peace. Think of your mind as a messy room. Only when it's clean can you feel calm and focused. When your mind is refreshed, your whole life feels lighter. So, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Ask yourself, what thoughts are weighing me down? What can I let go of right now to feel lighter and more free? In the next parts, I'll share simple but powerful ways to refresh your mind every day. Small habits that create big changes. Are you ready to start this journey? Your mind is waiting for this fresh start. How stress steals your mental energy and how to fight back. Have you ever noticed how stress feels like an invisible thief quietly stealing your energy and peace? Whether it's deadlines at work, family worries, or the pressure to perform, These stressors pile up and leave your mind drained. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack all day. At first, it feels manageable, but after hours, your shoulders ache and exhaustion takes over. That's exactly what stress does to your mind. It weighs it down without you even realizing. Now ask yourself, what stresses are filling my mind right now? Are these thoughts helping me or just draining me? Stress itself is natural, but when it builds up without relief, it becomes harmful, blocking your focus, clouding your judgment, and stealing your happiness. The good news is that you don't have to live like this. Small changes can help you fight back against stress and reclaim your mental energy. In this part, we'll explore simple ways to recognize stress and begin releasing it, because the more you free your mind from stress, the clearer and stronger it becomes. Take a moment now and think. What is one small thing I can do today to reduce stress? Maybe it's a few deep breaths, a short walk, or simply stepping away from your phone. Remember, your mind deserves care and kindness, and refreshing your mind is the first step toward a happier, healthier you. The power of taking breaks, your mind's best friend. Have you ever been so caught up in work or study that hours flew by without any pause? Maybe you felt stuck, frustrated, or mentally foggy, and then you took a short break, just 5 minutes to step away, breathe deeply, or stretch. Suddenly, your thoughts felt clearer, your mood lightened, and you were ready to face the next task. Taking breaks isn't a sign of laziness or weakness. On the contrary, it's one of the most powerful tools you have to recharge your mind and improve your focus. Think of your brain as a battery. When you use it constantly without resting, it drains quickly, and your energy runs low. But when you take breaks, it recharges and becomes stronger. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly paused? Not just scrolling on your phone or switching tabs, but giving your mind a real moment of calm and silence. Even brief pauses can reset your mental energy, boost creativity, and make you more productive. Studies show that short breaks during intense work can reduce stress, improve concentration, and help you avoid burnout. Imagine how different your day would feel if you regularly took these moments for yourself. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, you'd feel calm, energized, and in control. The best part is, taking breaks doesn't require extra time or effort, just intention. Start today by scheduling small pauses in your routine. Stand up, stretch, breathe deeply, or simply look outside for a moment. It's a simple act of kindness to your mind that pays huge dividends in clarity and peace. Remember, your mind is your most valuable asset. Treat it with care and respect by giving it the breaks it needs. Your mental health and happiness depend on it. How can calm and mindfulness be in a busy mind? Have you ever found yourself lost in a whirlwind of thoughts, worrying about the past or stressing about the future while forgetting to just be present? This constant mental chatter can tire your mind and steal your peace. Imagine sitting quietly for a few minutes, focusing only on your breath or the sounds around you. That simple act is called mindfulness, and it's a powerful way to refresh your mental space. Think of mindfulness as hitting the reset button for your brain. When you practice it regularly, you train your mind to let go of distractions and focus on the present moment. Have you ever tried to pause and just notice your thoughts without judgment? This small practice can reduce stress, improve concentration, and bring calmness to your busy mind. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind completely. That's unrealistic. Instead, it's about creating space between you and your thoughts so you don't get overwhelmed. Here's a question for you. What would change in your life if you could slow down and fully experience each moment? Many people who practice mindfulness report feeling less anxious, more focused, and happier. The beauty is that mindfulness can be done anywhere, while walking, eating, or even washing dishes. It doesn't require hours of meditation. Just a few mindful breaths throughout the day can make a huge difference. So take a moment now. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and simply be aware of your breath. Notice how it feels. This small pause can start refreshing your mind right away. Your mind deserves this gift of presence and peace. Nature is the ultimate mind refresher. Have you ever noticed how a walk in the park or time spent near trees instantly makes you feel calmer and clearer? There's something deeply healing about nature that restores our tired minds. Imagine you've been inside all day, overwhelmed with noise and screens. Stepping outside, breathing fresh air, and seeing green leaves can feel like a gentle reset button for your brain. Scientists have proven that spending time in nature reduces stress hormones, lowers blood pressure, and improves mood. Have you ever asked yourself, when was the last time I truly connected with nature? Even a few minutes outside can wash away mental fatigue and bring fresh energy. Nature gives your mind a break from constant thinking by offering simple beauty and quiet rhythms. The rustle of leaves, birdsong, or the flow of water helps your brain relax and focus better afterward. You don't need a long hike or a trip to the mountains. Just a small patch of green or sunlight through a window can help. Here's a challenge. Today, try to spend at least 10 minutes outside without your phone, just noticing the world around you. Feel the breeze, observe the colors, and breathe deeply. This natural reset will refresh your mind and improve your ability to concentrate and be creative. Remember, your mind works best when it's balanced with nature's calm. Make time for these moments. They are gifts that recharge your mental energy and soothe your soul. Let your mental burden go. Have you ever walked around with a heavy bag for too long? At first, you think you can handle it, but the longer you carry it, the more your body begins to ache. That's exactly how mental overload works. You carry stress, expectations, regrets, and worries until your mind feels exhausted, even if you haven't done anything physical. The truth is, most of us carry emotional weight we never really notice. A conversation that hurt, a mistake we can't forgive ourselves for, or an uncertain future that makes us anxious. All these unspoken thoughts pile up silently. Let me ask you, what are you holding on to right now that your mind is tired of carrying? There's great power in releasing what doesn't serve you. Sometimes that means writing down your thoughts, talking to someone you trust, or simply admitting to yourself that it's okay to feel tired. You don't need to carry every burden alone. Your mind was not designed to hold every problem at once. Think about this. When you clean a cluttered room, you feel lighter and more focused, right? The same happens inside when you release mental clutter. Start with small steps. Acknowledge your feelings. Take time to journal. Practice deep breathing. Say to yourself, I release what I can't control. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve a mind that feels light, calm, and free. Let go, not because it's easy, but because it's healing. What you set down today might be the very thing that allows you to rise tomorrow. Digital overload. Draining your mind? It's time to unplug. You wake up and the first thing you reach for is your phone. Notifications, emails, headlines, messages. Your brain is bombarded before your feet even touch the floor. Throughout the day, the screen never leaves your side. Social media, work updates, scrolling through endless content until your mind feels like it's racing even when you're sitting still. Sound familiar? We live in a world of constant digital noise, and while technology connects us, it also exhausts our mental space without us even realizing it. Ask yourself honestly, how much of your day do you spend reacting instead of living? Responding to others' lives, others' demands, others' opinions, while your own mind silently screams for rest. The truth is, our brains were never meant to process this much information all the time. Every notification pulls your focus, every alert breaks your peace, and over time this leads to burnout, anxiety, and mental fog. But here's the good news. You can take back control. Start by creating small moments of disconnection. Put your phone on silent when you're eating. Turn off notifications during focused work. Dedicate 30 minutes before bed without screens. These simple boundaries can restore clarity and give your brain the break it desperately needs. Imagine this: a quiet morning with no buzzing phone, a walk where you notice the sky instead of your screen, a night of sleep undisturbed by pings. Feels peaceful, right? That peace is available to you if you're willing to unplug. So here's a question. Are you consuming the digital world, or is it consuming you? Your mind deserves stillness. You don't have to disconnect from the world, but you do need to reconnect with yourself. Getting enough sleep is essential to refresh your mind. You lie in bed, eyes closed, yet your thoughts race like a storm, replaying what happened, worrying about what's next, filling the silence with noise. Hours slip by, and though your body rests, your mind stays restless. Morning comes, and you rise feeling more tired than before. Sound familiar? In the fast-moving world we live in, sleep often becomes the first thing we sacrifice. We call it lazy, unproductive, or even weak. But the truth is, sleep is not a waste of time. It's the most powerful form of mental healing. While you sleep, your brain is working quietly in the background, sorting emotions, filing memories, clearing out the stress and toxins that built up during the day. Without proper rest, your focus fades, your mood dips, and your patience thins. It becomes harder to think clearly, to feel joy, or even to stay motivated. Let me ask you, are you treating your sleep as a sacred gift, or just something you squeeze in between responsibilities? Imagine your brain like a smartphone. No matter how advanced, it needs recharging. If you leave it on all the time without charging, it shuts down. Isn't your mind just as valuable? Tonight, give it the care it deserves. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Lower the lights. Listen to soft music or read something that calms your thoughts. Let your body feel safe, and your mind will begin to let go. With every peaceful night, you're not being unproductive. You're preparing yourself to think clearer, live brighter, and feel stronger. So here's a question. What would your days look like if your nights were truly restful? You don't have to run on empty. You're allowed to rest, because when your mind sleeps well, your soul wakes up stronger. Have you forgotten what truly brings you joy? Reconnect with your inner spark. Think back for a moment. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Not just busy, not just functioning, but genuinely filled with joy. Maybe it was singing to your favorite song while driving alone. Maybe it was painting, dancing, gardening, or simply sitting in the sun with no agenda. Now ask yourself, when did you stop doing those things? Life has a way of stealing our spark. Responsibilities pile up, deadlines loom, and slowly, without even noticing, we drift away from the things that once made our souls smile. And when joy fades, the mind begins to dim. You might still be productive, still achieving, but inside something feels missing. That emptiness is your mind's quiet cry for connection, not with people, but with yourself. The good news is, it's never too late to return. Start by making space for small joys. Revisit the activities that once made time disappear. Don't wait for a perfect day. Create small windows of freedom in your routine. Even 10 minutes a day can be enough to remind your mind what it means to feel light again. You were not born just to survive. You were made to feel, to laugh, to enjoy. And joy is not a reward you earn after finishing all your tasks. It's fuel that helps you keep going. So here's a question. What would your life feel like if you gave yourself permission to enjoy it again? You don't need a vacation or a new life. You just need a little room for the things that set your heart on fire. Reconnect with them. Make them part of your week. Let your mind breathe in the beauty of being alive. Not someday, but today. Because when joy returns, so does clarity, energy, and purpose. And that's when your mind truly begins to heal. If you feel alone, ask for help from others. You've been strong for so long. Smiling when it hurts, showing up when you're tired, pretending you're okay when inside you feel like you're drowning. You've carried your burdens quietly, telling yourself, I'll figure it out, or this is just life. But some days the weight feels unbearable, doesn't it? Like your mind is walking through a storm without shelter. You tell yourself to push through, to be tougher, but being strong doesn't mean doing it all alone. Your mind, just like your body, has limits. And one of the most powerful things you can do for your mental peace is to simply admit, I need support. Maybe it's a friend you can talk to without judgment. Maybe it's a therapist who can help you untangle the knots inside. Or maybe it's just allowing yourself to cry, to rest, to not be okay for a while. You are not weak for needing help. You are human, and humans were never meant to carry everything alone. When you share the weight, you lighten the pressure on your mind. You create space for healing, for understanding, for hope. Let me ask you this. If someone you loved was silently struggling, would you want them to suffer alone? Or would you tell them to reach out? Now ask yourself, don't you deserve that same kindness? Life becomes easier not when it gets lighter, but when we stop walking through it alone. Talk, write, reach out, allow someone in. You don't need to explain everything, just let someone know you're not okay and that you're trying. Because healing doesn't always come from fixing the problem. It often begins the moment you stop pretending you're fine. Let your mind rest in connection. Let your soul exhale. You've been strong enough. Now, be soft enough to ask for help. Are you living every day or just getting through it? Every morning you wake up, check your phone, brush your teeth, eat something quickly, then the day begins. You rush from task to task, replying to messages, crossing things off your list, staying busy from sunrise to nightfall. But at the end of it all, a question quietly lingers. Did I actually live today? Or did I just get through it? This is where the mind starts to weaken, not from lack of effort, but from lack of meaning. We confuse activity with purpose, and slowly our days become a blur. One melts into the next. Joy fades, wonder disappears, and we begin to exist on autopilot. Your mind craves more than routine. It longs for presence. not just to do things, but to feel them, to notice the sky while walking, to actually taste your food, to laugh with someone and truly hear the sound of their voice. You don't need to change your whole life. You just need to start living it with your eyes open. So here's a question. Are you truly present in your life? Or are you sleepwalking through your own story? Start small. Put your phone down while you eat. Step outside for 5 minutes and look at the world. Ask someone how they really are and listen. When you become present, your mind begins to settle. Anxiety shrinks. Gratitude rises. Life, even with all its struggles, begins to feel beautiful again. The goal isn't to escape your reality, it's to engage with it fully. Because when you live with awareness, each day becomes meaningful. And when the mind feels meaning, it feels peace. Don't just get through today. Experience it, breathe it in, let it matter. Your life is not a list of tasks, it's a collection of moments, and every moment is a chance to come alive. Your mind deserves peace, and that peace begins with you. You've come this far, not just in listening, but in feeling. Maybe some of these words touched a part of you that's been quiet for too long. Maybe they reminded you of the weight you've been carrying or the light you've forgotten still lives inside you. Either way, know this. Your mind is not broken. It's just tired. It's not weak. It's overwhelmed. And it doesn't need to be fixed. It needs to be loved gently and patiently by you. In this world that constantly pushes you to go faster, do more, stay busy, it takes courage to pause. It takes strength to rest. And it takes wisdom to protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. No one else lives in your mind. No one else hears your thoughts the way you do. That space inside you, it's yours to care for. So ask yourself, what will you start doing today to refresh your mind? Maybe it's getting better sleep. Maybe it's letting go of toxic pressure. Maybe it's finding joy in small, forgotten places. Or maybe it's just being kinder to yourself when you feel lost. Whatever it is, begin gently. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to take one small, honest step toward healing. Because your mind is not your enemy. It's your home. And when you treat it with love, everything else begins to fall into place. So breathe, let go, and begin again, not with pressure, but with presence. This is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of something beautiful, a quieter mind, a fuller heart, a life that finally feels like it belongs to you. If you learned something today, please like the video, write your comment, and subscribe to the channel.